rockin', Larry Locken. How's everybody doing out there? Well, it's about 1:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning here on the Oregon coast in the Pacific Northwest. I had something interesting happen earlier today. I've been taking a nap. I was up pretty late last night, and I was thinking to myself, I need some inspiration. I really need some inspiration. And I'm like, I've been talking a lot about a guru lately. And of course, I've always subscribed to the theory that I am my own guru. You are your own guru. You are you. But I'd like to have a guru that was me, but yet, separate of me, but me at the same time, a version of me, if you will. And I was just thinking to myself, I said, I wish I had my own little blue guru. Not the one that dressed in red, but I wish that I had a blue guru. My own very old, wise blue guru. And I was just rolling around in bed, kind of half asleep, sat up, reached over and grabbed a drink of water. And I hear this thing in my head. It wasn't exactly a loud voice, but it was I thought it might be a voice for a second. And it said, "Yeah, son, what can I do for you?" And I said, "Oh, nothing, Dad." And he started to interrupt right as I said that. I hear this voice coming and said, No, that wasn't coming from out there. That wasn't from outside your door. And I'm like, "What?" And he said, "Well, you did call for an old guru, didn't you? An old blue guru?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "Well, how about 1 trillion years old in this one incarnation? Is that old?" I said, "That's pretty old." No offense, mind you, that's pretty old. He said, "Yes, well, how can I help you?" And I said, "Well, I really wanted to do, I've written a couple in my life, and I wrote one recently, but I would really like some inspiration for writing a meditation involving the color blue, but this time I would like one to involve my second favorite color of yellow. I'd kind of like to do some kind of a meditation where I mix the two together." And I waited for a second, and I hear this thought come back to me. "Oh, I see. Okay." And he said, "Well, if you were to get some help with it, would you be willing to do us a favor?" And I said, "Okay." And he's all, why don't you take a pad and a pen, or however you do it, scribe it, however you young kids do this, and they have a sense of humor. That's kind of how he put it. Why don't you just go step by step and write down what comes to you? Write it down, but when you're done with writing it down, when you're finished with the entire thing, and don't go back and change parts of it, I want you to go and record it. I want you to put it out there no matter how it sounds." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't know about that." And he goes, No, it'll be good. It'll be good because you'll get feedback. And you can take that feedback and no matter what it is, turn it into something positive and take a good look at it. And this is going to help you to get better and to achieve your goals. So do you think you could do that for us? If you go do that and maybe send a little bit of help your way. So the first thing I thought was, some help my way, right? Some help to bomb it completely, so I have to listen to a whole bunch of, feedback on it, which I'm okay with, but... So I thought, okay, cool, I got my own personal blue guru. It's weird, I've never seen you around before. And he said, "Oh, you have too." I said, "What, another lifetime?" And he goes, No. One of your things you do in your, whatever that social media stuff is, you used a picture, a likeness of me before. Basically what I look like. I said, "I have." And he goes, "Yeah, the guy with the blue robe. The whole reason you wanted a blue guru, because you thought that robe looked cool." "Oh, yeah, that looked like you?" So, "Yeah, of course it did." "Okay, all right, well, thank you. I'll let you know how it goes and what the feedback brings in." I said, "Okay, you do that." Yeah, so, I sat on it for a while. I put most of it down, and then I knew I needed another paragraph or so to kind of close it out. But I didn't go back and adjust anything, so I just sat down and got the rest done about, 20 minutes ago or so. And so here it goes. I'm going to go ahead and read it. And I was thinking too that last night I should have saved my bumper song and used it again on here. It was oddly enough one of my favorite songs of all time. "Sit with the Guru. How many tomorrows can you see?" stretch out the minds of humanity. Or stretch out your mind for humanity. I think I more try to stretch out the minds of humanity while I stretch my own. But, again, one thing real quick, you can find me at Larry Locken social media outlets, or the same Facebook page as the Larry Locken Network. Okay, and I'll also put in the description section all the different outlets that you can reach me at if you don't use Facebook. I use all these social media outlets because of what I do, the brand. There's a few of them I wouldn't use if I didn't need to. And I have even a few that are kind of pointless for what I do. Twitch is pointless for what I do. Lemon 8 is pointless for what I do, and so is... those two are. Okay, I'm trying to think of what else would be kind of really extremely just pointless. Then there are a couple you really got to work around to make them work for you, like TikTok and Instagram, or you got to really maneuver around some shit, and learn a few tricks to the trade that I'm sure that 100 million other people have besides me. So that's it, and here we're gonna get into it. This thing, oh man, let me bring it up here. Yeah, would you believe? Would you believe the only thing that I didn't come up with yet, and I want to before I do that I would mail about. I did not come up with a name for it. Blue and the Yellow Light Unite. Oh, that's what we're going to call it, because that's what I wrote. The Blue and the Yellow Light Unite. Meditation written and narrated by Larry Locken. Yep. Okay, well, here it goes. Let's see. Now I'm going to get serious. Now you can... No more joking around. We need to find a nice, comfortable spot to relax. As we introduce the two colors into your perception of awareness, take a nice, deep, big breath in through your mouth, then out through your nose. Take one more big breath in through your nose, slowly out through your mouth. Notice the feeling of it moving out of your mouth. You notice I pay extra attention to that last breath. Or pay extra attention to that last breath as you blow it out. Pay extra special attention. And consider, what impression did it give you, if any? So do it one more time, in and out, and as you blow it out, just let it sit there. Let it lie there and contemplate for a few seconds what impression it gave you. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the color yellow. We would like you to envision the color yellow in any way, shape, or form you wish. Just a bright, beautiful yellow. We would like you to imagine a very, very wise old soul. A very wise man with a gray beard. A grandfather-type figure with a nice bright yellow cap on. And a nice yellow robe. And we'd like to call him the other one. The yellow mellow. You will be seeing the other one come in a little while. These can be your own personal private gurus if you wish. Reflections of you. Offshots of you. And they would like to, the color yellow would like to ask that you visualize the color yellow. Just get a clear image of it in your mind. Now think about that color yellow. Any thought that comes to your mind, let your mind expand on that thought a little bit in your mind. Think about what that does to you. Think about how that makes you feel. How does it make you feel when you wear the color yellow, for instance? Do you feel different? Do you feel happy? Do you feel vibrant? Just sit there for a spell, for a second or two, and think about that. Then we want you to envision possibly what yellow may taste like. What does the thought of the taste of yellow mean to you? Does it give you any particular emotion? Just sit on that for a second. Envision that taste. That could be the taste of mustard. That could be the taste of that could be a taste of a spicy dip or a barbecue sauce that you prefer. Just any kind of yellow is okay. Any kind of taste that comes to you when you think about the color yellow is just alright. It's more than alright. Think about this. Think about what that color yellow that you picked, that brightness, that bright color of yellow that you are thinking about. Think about what it may sound like to you. What would that color yellow sound like to you? Would it sound like small school children smiling and laughing and just having a good time? Would it sound like people in cohesion with each other, just chatting away in a not too loud but not too dull voice? Would it sound like just some really nice, positive, upbeat, music that you might hear during some kind of a spiritual session? Think about that. We would like to invite you to expand on that thought a little bit in your mind. Does yellow make you think of nature at all? What types of nature? Birds chirping as the sun slowly comes in and, flutters through your window in the morning time? Does it make you think of harmony? Does it make you think of laughter? Perhaps coming from a family get-together, where everybody's sharing a good meal and sharing a good time. Does yellow make you think of being united? Does it give you the thought of warmth? We want you to envision, we really want you to envision soaking in the color yellow like osmosis through your skin. We want you to really concentrate and hone in on that. Hone in on that color glowing from your body like a crystalline form. As it glows faster and faster, feel yourself in oneness with that yellow. Feel it providing nutrients for your entire body as it swirls faster and faster around. It starts moving really quick like a cyclone, like a really high fever pitch cyclone. This bright, beautiful yellow, supplying you with nutrients. It's important right now that you really stay honed in on that color yellow. Stay with that feeling. Stay with that emotion that it has given you. Feel and notice that little extra pep in your step, maybe that little extra glide in your stride. You feel that? You feel yourself overjoyed. You feel those vitamins and nutrients that this beautiful color has to offer. You feel those kicking in. Now reflect on that cyclone. Reflect on it as it kind of slows down, as it slows into your body. As this yellow slows, we would like you to take a good look at it. Envision it as a crystalline substance. Envision all the love and all the nurturing it has given you as it slows down and calms and retreats into your body. Envision it going down slowly as the cyclone circles get smaller and smaller, and then vision them filling in your body, coating you with a crystalline grid. At this time, as that is happening simultaneously, we are going to ask for the color blue to come in. You might envision this sort of as a lapis blue, or an electric blue, or shoot, any color of blue that comes to your mind first. Let's just go ahead and say, okay, let's give you that freedom. You pick with whatever color of blue you think of, and there is no right or wrong answer. Now, once you've gotten that in, it's kind of, you don't need to get up or anything, but it's time to just kind of stretch a little bit, wiggle your fingers, stretch your arms, move them around, maybe wiggle your toes, do whatever. Pinch yourself so you know you're alive. No, we don't advocate that, but just kind of refocus for a second. Now, if you weren't already, sit back down in your comfortable spot with the yellow color still fresh on your mind, with those thoughts of what it was doing to your skin, making it glow yellow. Still keep that in your mind. We would like for you to imagine, though, the color of blue, whatever color of blue that is that you chose. Just now envision that as well. We want you to take another, like last time, we want you to take a deep, deep breath in. Now blow that deep breath out through your nose. Now we want you to repeat that. In through your mouth and out through your nose. Now we would like for you to turn your focus over to the consciousness, awareness, and perception towards that color blue. Bring that color blue on in. Welcome it in. Welcome it with loving thoughts. Let that color blue nurture you. Let it take care of your thoughts. Let it ease your mind. And the first thing, when you have that shade of blue locked into your mind, the first thing we would like for you to do is, of course, we would like for you to imagine just how that makes you feel in general. What might that blue feel like to you? Might it feel like a relaxing pillow? Might it feel like a new car? What might that yellow feel now that it has some competition and has the blue coming in as well? Relieved, or would it be jealous? Would it make you feel calm? And what, as we explore that a little bit deeper, what do you suppose that color of blue you chose, what do you suppose it may sound like? Might it sound like a nice, calm little stream, like a little babbling brook of water? Might it sound like the rigors of the ocean? Somewhere tranquil and peaceful, birds chirping in the distance, maybe some slight rain like we have here now, here on the Pacific Northwest coast. Whatever color of blue, whatever shade of blue you chose, whatever that sounds like to you is nothing less than perfect. Absolutely not. Now, take your fingers together. What would that color, what would that blue feel like to you? Would it feel sticky? Would it feel smooth, maybe? Would it feel like a pleasurable feeling? What might that feel like? And any kind of answer is okay. What might it taste like? What might that color of blue you picked taste like? Might it taste like a delicious blue knee-high drink, soda pop drink, or a tropical drink with an umbrella you might receive somewhere in the Bahamas or somewhere like Puerto Vallarta on vacation? Might it taste? Yes, exactly. If you pick the blue of the lighter persuasion, might it taste to you like a kind of an offline margarita? Maybe. Or how about some of that bubblegum ice cream? If you've ever decided that you were brave enough to try and eat an ice cream shop, that blue ice cream. On a side note, your host has never been brave enough to do so, but that's okay. Anything you want it to taste like or you envision it tasting like is nothing less than perfect. Now enjoying your thoughts on that color blue, as you approach a oneness with that blue, we'd like to go ahead and have you acknowledge that yellow as well again. We would like to bring the yellow back in alongside of the blue. Let that yellow sit around you. Now we want you to ask that yellow, like it did last time, we would like you to ask it to circulate through you, to reaffirm itself with you, just like the cyclone. Let it spin through you. It's already provided you with the nutrients and the confidence and the glowing feeling that you have, but let it spin. Now get that going in one direction. Now we would like for you to call on the blue. We would like for you to call on the blue to come in. And we would like for you to call on that blue to spin like a cyclone in the opposite way. As you start them circulating through your body, how does it feel? Don't have it go too fast. Whatever pace you can handle. Kick it up just a hair of a notch more than you think you can handle. And be at peace with it. Feel it moving and working together to give you the most peaceful, utopian, calm, relaxing, knowing, all-knowing feeling that there is, maybe that you've had in a long time. Now, as you can handle it more, ask it to slowly go a little bit faster. Just turn it up a notch. Turn it up a notch and do that a few times until you're comfortable with it. As it's moving to the groove and swirling around you in both directions, we would ask that you then put your intention out there. Ask those two colors to melt together. Ask them to create a color that entails the mix of those two equally. Whatever shades of those two colors you chose. A bright yellow doesn't leave much interpretation, but the blue example we gave does. So whatever blue and yellow you chose, we would like to ask you to ask those two to melt together and make the perfect 50-50 mix of the two of them. And we are going to go ahead and assume that whatever color that is, or whatever shade it is a green color. Now, as the cyclones are still spinning in opposite ways, the yellow and the blue, we would ask for you to, on your crown chakra, we would like for you to ask that green color that you chose, that was chosen from the two previous colors you picked. We would like you to ask it to, in a vibrating motion, go all the way down your body, out through your toes, and then right back up through your toes, and up your body, out your crown chakra. We would like you to ask that color of green, that shade of green, to do that continuously. At whatever speed you think you can handle, it will know your intentions. Once you get used to it, in a few spells, a few times through, Ask it to speed up a little bit. Ask it to speed up so you have this perfect combination of a yellow cyclone spinning clockwise around you or counterclockwise, and the blue the opposite direction. The yellow one way, the blue the other way. So one counterclockwise, dear souls, the other one clockwise. Having that spin steadily while this steady vibration is going up and down your body in waves from your crown chakra out through your toes and through your toes out through your crown chakra and back and forth. If you can envision that happening. Now once it gets going, we want you to, with your intention, keep it at a pace that's not going to wear you out or affect your energy too much. And just keep it steady like that for a while. Keep it steady. Keep it at one pace though so you don't get too dizzy. Now, I'm going to count to 10 and then we're going to jump into something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and hopefully the whole time you are still visualizing this happening. Okay? Now, go ahead and put your intention in there for it to slowly start slowing down. Take a deep breath in through your mouth and of course out through your nose. And focus for a second and take a really, really, really deep breath in through your mouth and out through your nose. And as it's going out through your nose, we're going to have you do this one more time as it's going out through your nose. This next time, watch and pay attention to the crystalline nature of that breath. So in through your mouth and out through your nose. Now, with it slowing down, start to envision all three of them melting together like a crystalline aurora borealis, like the northern lights. That blue, that beautiful bright sunshine yellow or mustard yellow, that sweet lime or sweet emerald or even dark green. Envision these crystalline quality, how powerful they are, how powerful those three energies have made you feel. Your confidence level should be increased at this point. You feel the perfect blend of these colors coming over you. The yellow is helping you with that extra godlike edge that you so desire. Your multidimensional oneness is coming into fruition as the blue kicks in and helps you to relax. The green is centered in your healing. The yellow is giving you that calm, yet pep in your step, glide in your stride, confidence to you that you need. While the blue is giving you that calm confidence that you need, but you need to relax at the same time with. And their offshot, the green, is just there to center your healing at all times. We're going to go ahead now and have you come back to full reality. However far out of reality you went, that was up to you, and that was for you to feel and decide. What we're trying to say is this is how we will go ahead and end this. I'm going to start at 10 and end at 1. However, when I start at 10, I want you to keep a focus on all three of those colors at once, however you need to do that, however you need to envision them, whether that's in a swirl, lined up side by side, up and down from each other, top to bottom, bottom to top, it does not matter. Just have all three of those in your mind at once, just at once, and try to get them to intermingle if you can. 10, 9, 8, maybe you should have them mixing together. 7, 6, 5, arrange so that they are in a swirl together as much as you can. 4, feel them surrounding and tingling your shoulders. 3, feel them leaving your shoulders and giving your crown chakra a tingling. 2, feel their aura just passing and leaving through your above crown chakras. 2, come back to full consciousness. And 1, you are there. And with that, I appreciate everybody that has listened. I really do. Wow, now I'm back to full consciousness. Now we're going to definitely see how that turned out. Wow. Okay, well, I'll listen to that and record it on, or put it up and post it around. Now I can't even think, but this has been Larry Locken. That was from the Blue Guru and his, I guess, Yellow Guru friend from the etheric, the Mellow Yellow, or the Yellow Mellow, he called him. But yeah, the little Blue Guru came through. Yes. Well, we'll see anyway, and I appreciate any feedback. Okay, I have narrated several meditations over the years here and there, but I've only written probably, oh man. Well, I've written one that was really great, called, and it's an 8-minute meditation only. It's called Honoring the Divine Goddess and Massaging Her with Star Energies. I've talked about this ad nauseum. That wasn't me, though, that wrote it. The Pleiadians, I don't even remember getting it. Somebody who was with me at the time said I jumped out of bed about 8 o'clock in the morning. I ran over to the computer, wouldn't answer them at all, and I got on, put my headset on, and started taping this. And it's really provocative. I never listened to it all the way through till 9 years later, which was 6 weeks ago, or 6 months ago or so. I finally listened to it. Yeah, my soon-to-be ex-wife, we've been separated 2 years, but she didn't want me playing it for people. I mean, I did for a while. There's probably 3,500 people that have listened to it, or no, because I've had it other places. Probably about 5,000 people that have heard it out there, and most of them have liked it. It's very well received, but I didn't realize there's one part in there I'm really provocative, and even though that is technically from me, like in the court of law, I would have to own up to it, but in a court of cosmicness, I wouldn't, because it was not me. It was completely the Pleiadians, completely. Like I've said before, my 500 or so channelings with them, there's only a handful that weren't just direct telepathic thought, conscious thought, back and forth, like a conversation. There's only been a handful of times, 2 in a dream and 3 in trance. That was one of those 3 that were in trance. And the other 2 in trance were only about a total of 8 minutes too. They were a 2-part comedy series I did for them. Or I guess they had me do. I don't know. I don't remember anything about doing either of the 2 volumes of the Insomniac Stalker or the Goddess Meditation, Massaging Her with Star Energies. Don't remember doing that. It couldn't. My life depended on it. No recollection. Just afterward. And quite a ways afterward. So, and then I've only had 2 channelings with them in an actual dream state that I remember. Of course I have, I'm sure, a ton of them. But I mean, I'm talking that I consciously remember. So, that's that. And I'd like to wish everybody much love out there, and thank you for everything. You can check us out on our 5 YouTube channels, of course, and Larry Locken Network on Facebook, Larry Locken social media outlets on there. and of course the 5 YouTube channels. I could go into their big long name, but it's simple. Larry Locken 1 channel, then 2 channel, 3 channel, all the way through 5, and they all have different handle names to them. Most of them used to be their original names till I decided to put them all together under one brand, which I probably would have been the smart thing for me to do 12 years ago when I started the whole thing. So with that, much love, and we're out.